Bringing you the latest news from Bucks County, this is the Courier Times Update with Rachel Cannelli.
This Courier Times Update is brought to you by St. Mary Medical Center in Langhorne, PA. It's your health, expect more. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rachel Cannelli, reporting from the Courier Times newsroom with your news update for Monday, July 1st. Sunday kicked off our Made in the USA series, which takes a look at how the United States, after years of manufacturing declines, is beginning to make a comeback. Today we look at how consumers have developed an increased appetite for U.S.-made goods, particularly as the recession has eaten away at American jobs. One company that has American manufacturing at its core is Bristol Township's Railway Specialties Corporation, a family-owned company that makes watertight doors for every U.S. aircraft carrier built in the last 5 decades.
Railway Specialties works almost exclusively for the U.S. Navy, providing watertight hatches for aircraft carriers.
We're just finishing up. We have several items left on the CVN 78, and we're treading water to CVN 79.
The business has supported 3 generations, and now Tom Calkins and his brother, company president Fred Calkins Jr., are looking to the 4th generation to continue.
Been able to sustain and my role, and I always felt this way. I don't own this company. I was left to be the custodian.
For more on our Made in the USA series, including tomorrow's feature, which focuses on the need for skilled labor and financial incentives to keep the growth of U.S.-made jobs and goods going, log on to buckscountycouriertimes.com. The state is not planning to renege on a $125,000 Pendel recreation grant, as reported by a councilwoman last week. But the borough's plan to add 3 ball fields at the 4.5-acre Memorial Park isn't viable, according to state officials. Council members thought a June letter from the State Department of Conservation and Natural Resources meant Pendel would no longer receive the grant. State officials said that's not true. However, they believe the plan's overlapping fields due to size constrictions could increase the risk of injury. Before the project can move forward, both sides will need to meet to work on a more viable plan. Correspondent Vic Monaco has more on this story on our website. An area 4th grader is working hard to make our society tobacco-free. Anastasia Groden of Horsham originally became passionate about tobacco prevention after visits to her mother's work at the Council of Southeast Pennsylvania. Since then, Groden has become unstoppable, working with Young Lungs at Play, an initiative supported by the Pennsylvania Department of Health to eliminate children's exposure to secondhand smoke and litter in public parks, playgrounds, and other properties.
It's not fair for people that don't smoke to inhale the smoke, because even though they don't smoke, it can still risk their lives as much as it can to people who do smoke.
It's surreal, because I look up and I say, that's my daughter, and it just gives me a glimpse into just how passionate she is.
It makes me feel very good because it's important. It's very important.
As a mom, I'm just amazed by her and very, very proud of her. Her whole family is.
As a result of Groden's work, she was asked by the American Lung Association to become a member of the Tobacco Resistance Unit. Only 8 years old, Groden urges other children to get involved as well, as TRU strives to keep kids 12 to 18 off tobacco. You can see reporter Kimberly Flanders' full video and story online. For our Bucks County weather, it's going to be a wet week. Showers and thunderstorms are likely this afternoon with clouds and a high near 84. Rain is possible again tonight with a chance of thunderstorms and a low around 70. And Tuesday will be more of the same, showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a high near 85. When we return, our food show host Chuck Thomas will be stopping by to tell us about some great locally made beef jerky that got a unique start. For this week's Eat This, our video reporter Chuck Thomas talks to a former Marine who started making beef jerky in his home to send to his son-in-law who was serving in Iraq at the time. Chuck, thanks for being here. So this started out as kind of a care package and then turned into a full-fledged business.
Yeah, it really did. In 2009, Jim and his wife, Joette, started making small batches of beef jerky to send to their son-in-law, but it was not long afterwards that his buddies, other troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, wanted this jerky in their care packages. It's an easy thing for them to take out into the desert and eat. And so by 2012, they had sent over 2,500 pounds of jerky over there, and they outgrew their kitchen, and they had to move the business, and really they started a business and then moved it over to Pennsylvania.
Awesome, sounds good. Well, let's take a look and see how he makes this beef jerky in this week's Eat This.
Former U.S. Marine Jim Ewan, along with his wife Joette, started making beef jerky in their kitchen and shipped it to their son-in-law, U.S. Marine Corps Sergeant Timothy Missel, while he was stationed in Iraq in 2009. Within 3 years, the Medford couple had shipped more than 1 ton of beef jerky to troops overseas. It was then that Jim's Jarhead Jerky became an official business.
Okay, what we have here is a USDA choice round steak, round cut of beef. Slice it as thin as you can. From here, the meat then goes into our marinade. This will sit in refrigeration for 24 to 36 hours. The beef then gets drained out, and now we place the beef onto the different trays. The passion of love, receiving the request from the troops, only makes you get up every morning and continue this.
You can see Chuck's full video at buckscountycouriertimes.com. The big story out of Thursday night's NBA draft was the 76ers acquisition of Kentucky star center Nerlens Noel and a 2014 first-round pick from the New Orleans Pelicans for All-Star guard Drew Holiday. What has flown under the radar as experts have lauded or lambasted the Sixers for their bold strategy is the story of Arsalan Kazemi, who became the first Iranian-born player ever to be drafted in the NBA. The 54th selection in the 2013 draft, 6'7", 226-pound forward gained national attention for his rebounding ability. After spending his first 3 college years playing at Rice, he transferred to Oregon for his senior season, where he averaged more than 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 steals a game, while shooting over 55% from the floor.
I'm really happy that I was the first, obviously, Iranian to get drafted, and it's huge. It's huge, and I can't talk about it enough. They're really excited, and this was my dream since 15 years ago, and I get to my dream, and this keeps everyone else's dream alive.
A member of the Pac-12 all-defensive team, Kazemi hopes to bring his energy and defensive ability to a Sixers team that has its sights set on the future. You can see reporter Tom Moore's full video and story on our website. Now, here's a look at what we're working on in the newsroom. McDonald Elementary School in Warminster is being cleared out for demolition. Reporter Naomi Hall and photographer Kim Weimer will be there. AAA is predicting that less people will travel for the 4th of July holiday this week because it's on a Thursday. Reporter George Matar will have all the travel info you need to know for your trip. And finally, for those of you sticking around for July 4th, we'll have a rundown of events this week. You can find updates on all of these stories at buckscountycouriertimes.com or follow me on Twitter for your latest local news. I'm Rachel Kennelly. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.